Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
It's good to have you on board here on a Tuesday. Thanks for watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our great affiliates from coast to coast. In this hour, 30 minutes from right now, Derek Stevens, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas, will join us in studio as he does every Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. We'll get a contest update from him at that point. In-pocket plays, our best bets coming up in 45 minutes. I'll begin with this because this game's going to start by the time we get to in-pocket. I have a bet on the Cubs-Pirates game. What a pitching matchup here. It's Horton going for the Cubs, who can easily win the National League Rookie of the Year, taking on Paul Skeens, who won it last year. So the total now is down to 7.5. Here's my angle on the game. I'm not going to get cute with even the first 5, certainly not the full game. Paul Skeens, in his games pitched by outing since the All-Star break, these are the number of pitches by game: 86, 99, 94, 97, 93, 96, 101, 95, 94, cruising along, hitting 90 or more almost every single start. And then what happened in his last start? 5 innings, 2 hits, he had 8 Ks. They yanked him after 64 pitches. So sports books that I've looked at so far are not even offering a number on Paul Skeens' outs for tonight. I mean, clearly, if it was anything over like 15.5, as high as 17.5, the look would be to bet the under, right? So his numbers, here's what I'm doing. Paul Skeens' numbers through the first 3 innings on the year: a 1.3 ERA, 198 batting average against, the FIP is 1.73, the WHIP is 0.94, a 31% K rate, and Horton is going in his 10 starts since the break, 7-1 overall, a 0.84 ERA, almost 8 Ks per 9. In the first 3 innings the entire year, a 2.48 ERA, a WHIP of 1, and a batting average allowed against of 2.04. I went first 3 under 1.5, plus 110, I believe is the number I got on that. So I don't need, the ski. What if Skeens is pulled after I don't know.
They'll probably pull him after 5.
Yeah, and by the way, I saw first 5 today of 3.
Okay.
So
6.5 Ks, and some places not putting the outs up. I played under 7. I just don't see the runs in this game, and Horton has been so good. Not to mention, Skeens is going to run away with the Cy Young as well. So under 7, and it probably goes 5 innings, does it one more time, and that's it.
Yep.
Call it a season. And,
I think you might be onto something there, Pauly.
But you also can trust them at home. Again, you don't want the Pirates on the road. It's a completely different team. Such a big night. So many things going on here. Let me give you the updated numbers with the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Giants are 10-1. Tough loss last night. Huge series continues in Arizona. Arizona plus 650. I mean, good question. What were they? Not that. Sellers at the deadline, 25-17 run. They were 9 back. Then the Mets went in this tailspin. Now they're a game and a half back.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the big tickets on what Arizona was just to make it.
Can I give you their remaining schedule?
It's a bear.
They have, okay, so we're down to the last 11, 12, 13 games for all these teams. They have the single hardest remaining schedule in the entire sport. They have 3 against the Phillies, 3 against the Dodgers, 3 against the Padres, and 2 against the Giants.
Yep.
That's a meat grinder.
I know. I like them tonight, though. Mets are 2-1 to miss. Texas is plus 275 to make. Boston got a little hairy there for a while. Plus 650 to miss. Seattle 14-1 to miss. Houston plus 425 to miss. And Seattle's $1.45 to win the division.
How about that?
Do you trust them on the road?
Oh, there's no way I would bet them today.
No way. They've won 9 in a row. They are 20-3 in their last 23 home games. They closed Colorado and the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. Dodgers probably don't care sitting people. Should have the division wrapped up, maybe. But do you trust them on the road? And I don't. They go to Kansas City tonight, and then they go to Houston for the showdown. But Waka has owned Raleigh. He's 0 for 12. And Gilbert's got an ERA of 5 and change on the road.
Yeah, if anything, I'd look at betting against the Mariners. Definitely not going to be betting on them in this game tonight.
Yeah. And this is last call for the Rangers. Tough loss last night. But again, how about Alvarez? He gets hurt. He walking out of the stadium in a boot. He got hurt touching home plate, crossing home plate. You got Kelly tonight and DeGrom tomorrow. So do or die time for the Rangers. And they got to get these two, and still a chance if Seattle messes around, they could win the division. But this is a tough game tonight. I have no opinion on this one with Texas and Houston.
Okay, maybe the play all along was just on the Mets. Looking at it now, on the Mets to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, it was 3-1 last week.
Yeah, they were, plus 450 not that long ago.
Right.
So you still said 2-1?
Yeah.
They have that game and a half lead right now over Arizona. Technically speaking, when you do the math, they're exactly in the middle of the pack with the SOS. 3 against San Diego, 3 against the Cubs. However,
you can't say anything.
Is this going to be easy?
No.
They have 6 combined against the Nationals and the Marlins.
No, not the way they're playing.
The Nationals have been one of the best teams this entire month.
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, this is all narrative, but do you think those teams that it's been a bad season, if they play their guys down the stretch, they're going to be like, yeah, you know what? Let's knock the Mets out of the playoffs. Maybe they have a little something to play for here.
32-49 run since mid-June, the Mets. Last 13 games, the bullpen's got an ERA of 6 and change. Also a big series for the Padres too. I don't like the Mets tonight. And they were fortunate to just get one of those wins.
King can go there and
yeah, sure.
Well, they could go one of two ways, I guess, with him.
Okay, you got to play the Dodgers. Phillies clinched the division last night. Imagine they sit people. It was a late game, went to extra innings. Ohtani goes. Sanchez has been great, but Sanchez has also been unhittable at home. I'd rather have Sanchez at home. Hernandez owns him, hitting .556 against him. Career. But Ohtani and the Dodgers here, it's down to a 2-game lead in the division. 1.5. 2 games in the division. I think celebration mode hung over. Dodgers beat the Phillies tonight.
Okay, so
Phillies have played, I think, 8 straight overs too, by the way.
Oh, their offense has been absolutely incredible right now. But here's the thing. Sanchez is good enough there tonight to go there and just say, okay, I know that everybody else had fun last night, but here's 7 innings, and you're not going to touch me. I'm that good. And we can get away with a 2-1 win tonight. However, that being said, this number did open up. I saw, I think, minus 120 last night. And, usually there's that thing where people are just going to automatically bet against the team that just clinched. It's really only moved 10, 13 cents so far. And the good news is, Ohtani is going in this spot. And like you said, they still need these games to win the division. So I did play the Dodgers earlier today. Yep. As
did I. What else? Detroit. Cleveland. Hey, I give them credit. They've won 9 of 10. Cleveland's not going away.
Let me throw this at you. Cleveland is in the mix for most wins this month.
Yeah.
They can pull that off.
They got 6 against Detroit now. And Detroit strong against lefties, 9 games over 500. Mize is $1.50 tonight. They're trying to wrap up the division now. If they sweep Cleveland, Detroit will wrap up the division. But then they have the 3 games next week. Toronto's magic number's down to 7. Huge win last night, down 1-0 in the 8th. They win in extra innings. Should Tampa be favored? They're reeling. They're out of it.
Right.
I don't get that price. But Barrios has been bad in his last couple starts, but that number surprised me. And early is $1.60. Red Sox got to have these. Not completely over. He was great in Sacramento. Now he goes against Springs and the A's in Fenway. He had 11 strikeouts.
Struck out. I think his K-prop in that game was 4.5.
Yeah.
So imagine his ladders all the way up to 10. There's also with the Brewers, they are undefeated on Tuesdays this entire year.
Get out of here.
No, I'm just going to throw it out there. I know you're not going to bet it because of that.
They've won every Tuesday?
They're 11-0
right?
At home on Tuesdays this year.
Oh, that's great.
And now they're laying
Freddie's going.
I saw it's high as 270 in this game.
Okay. Baltimore's won 10 of the last 11 against the White Sox. If the Angels have their 10th straight losing season. 2016 to 2025, you had Ohtani and Trout. 10 straight losing seasons.
Right, so Wait,
boy.
that one appearance for Mike Trout in the playoffs was more than 10 years ago already?
Yeah.
When they won
Lost
like
to Kansas.
99 games and they got swept?
Yeah.
Is that right? Oh, gee. I would have guessed like 6-7 years ago.
I like the Reds, too. Abbott's $1.20 at St. Louis. Big win last night, scored 11 runs. I got to play the Reds. I don't know what that was in Sacramento getting swept, but they're still in the mix, too. I mean, there's just, if the Mets continue to lose, anything's possible. And Arizona, Cincinnati, they're all a couple games back.
Did you realize that the Reds can still go under their win total? I mean, it was looking great. They're right there in the playoff mix. Hey, here's a series against the A's. What happens? Swept. And now you're going to be sweating that out if you have. And I know plenty of people who do have the Reds win total over.
Yeah.
Now you have to just like basically sit there and not try to get pissed off over the next 10 days and hope it cashes for you. It was looking really good not that long ago.
Yeah.
The Dodgers released their lineup almost 10 minutes ago. I haven't seen anything on the Phillies.
Okay. I like Arizona tonight, too. I'll trust Rodriguez. He's cheap at home against the Giants, and they're throwing Beck.
Yeah, this whole
Gallen
scrap
was
heap
good,
that the Giants have to go to. You've been on that now for a good month.
Yeah, after you get past the top guys,
top couple of
you
dudes
can't trust
there.
anyone, and they've had some injuries, yeah. The season may have started, but you can still jump in the VSiN Average Joe contest, sponsored by Edge Boost. Each week you make 7 picks, NFL or college, and the best score of the week wins $500. If you have an Edge Boost account already, it's $1,000. And every week, if that's not enough, quarterly prizes as well. Airfare to Vegas, free 2-night stay at Circa, and a chance to be on the network, free to play. Enter anytime. VSiN.com/Joe.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Derek Stevens is going to join us in studio coming up in 15 minutes. Owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas. He was at the Raiders game last night. We'll talk to him about that and get a contest update with him. But the Raiders looked ugly, man. That was not a great performance. My God, here you go on national TV after you went on the road to beat a Patriots team where your dogs in week 1 got off to a great start with the Pete Carroll era here, who turned 74 years old yesterday, and you follow it up with that, like one of the true spots where you're going to have a home field edge with the fans the entire year. And Geno comes out on the first play of the game, and he throws an INT. The Chargers, again, I'm going to have to do some digging on this game during the week for a deeper analysis. They deflected 15 passes. What's the film work say on that? Is that all Geno Smith? Was it just a bunch of ball-hawking secondary guys flying all over the field and knowing exactly what was going to happen with the ball? By the way, how good was that call? Now, it got there by Adam Hill yesterday on the show, who covers the team.
Yeah.
I guarantee they're taking at least 2 deep shots to Thornton in the game. Now, his longest reception went over, but it wasn't because of a deep shot. But my God, they threw it deep to him multiple times in the game.
They have the talent offensively, but it was just one of those games where Geno and the people who have most interceptions, and you can jump on it now, horrible decisions, and he almost had a 6-pack there, and it looked like a defensive touchdown was coming too. But the other takeaway is even with the injuries and guys going in and out, how the Chargers played in the game that Derwin James had. But then you look and you see they shut down Kansas City at the one big play, but awful first half. Great job, Chargers. They shut down the Raiders. Herbert looks great. Some questionable play calling. I don't know what the 4th and 1 crap was at midfield. But you look at this, and they could be favored in their next 10 games. Denver at home, Giants, Washington at home, Miami, Colts at home, Vikings at home, Tennessee, Pittsburgh at home, Jacksonville, Raiders. I mean, this is doable. And you can bet over 11.5 right now, plus money, adjusted wins, and Division 1. I know you mentioned Von Tobel took 1 seed not that long ago. It's down to 6-1 now. But look at how, if you're watching on the app or on the website, look at this schedule. I mean, that is a nasty defense with a star quarterback and the weapons. You're not even concerned about Johnston now with the drops. Getting Keenan Allen is huge. 2 good tight ends. McConkey. I just wish they would use the running back more. But it was just bizarre what both teams did. Not really to use the running back, and the short yardage stuff was horrendous. But at least with the Raiders, they have a terrible offensive line. We know that.
Well, and here are the numbers, by the way, to back that up. Their run blocking at PFF is graded the 18th unit overall at this point. Dig a little bit deeper here. Adjusted line yards, they are dead last in the NFL. Running back rushing yards as a result, the second worst. Power success, bottom third. Now, how about this? Stuffed rate. Dead last, 37% of their runs in the first 2 weeks have been stuffed immediately at the line of scrimmage. Like, what's Genty supposed to do about that? Break 11 tackles every single run? So that also means they have the 5th worst numbers at the second level. Tough to get to the second level when you're getting stuffed 37% of the time. And then in the open field, maybe a little bit of this is on him when he's been out there, but 27th overall in the league as well. I said this earlier to open up the show. I love the guy. I will not listen to any of this BS about, he played at Boise State. Now look at this. He's playing real defenses. Get out of here with that crap. But the offensive line is absolutely concerning. And when a team is drafting 6th overall, that almost always means they need a lot of help. And this team needs a lot of help on the offensive line. They ignored that, and they went with a running back there in that spot. And it has been a rough start to his career, obviously. Will it get better? Absolutely. Am I going to bet him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? No chance. Not going to do that.
Well, and now it sets up a big one Sunday, because if the Chargers get this one, and you start, how about back-to-back division games to start the season?
I know, yeah.
It'd be enormous then. You get Kansas City and knock off Denver.
And another look, by the way, on the flip side. So the Raiders now, that game ended at, let's say, 1 a.m. Eastern time. Now, short week. They have to travel all the way across the country and play a Washington team at 1 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock body clock for them out here on the West Coast. They haven't played since Thursday. I get it. Maybe Daniels doesn't play. But that number's at 3.5. Are the Raiders going to go to Washington and beat Marcus Mariota and that coaching staff with extended rest? I don't know. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, I saw the secondary and the linebackers with the defense as well. But you got Crosby and you got a pass rush. But, yeah, that's going to be a tough assignment on Sunday, no matter who the quarterback is. We got several tweets when we put the tip jar up there as well about what's the best way to attack the Colts right now. And if you believe this, okay. But if you're buying in, and they beat Tennessee, they moved to 3-0, and then what transpired in the first game. I mean, now Houston has to go to Jacksonville. Season on the line.
Yeah.
You start 0-3. They've done it before, but I don't like their chances. You just see they can't run the ball in that shaky offensive line. But you have Indiana Jones, MVP. You go Steichen, Coach of the Year. You go Warren, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jim Bob, Assistant.
Did you mention Taylor, Offensive Player?
Offensive Player, yeah. And that was 30 and now down to 20 and short of that. But that's the one way I would attack it. As bad, some of the moments that he's only had one really good year. That's when he took the Giants to the playoffs and they had an easy schedule. That's really aggressive with Jones to be MVP. But if he continues to put up these numbers, though, I would think Taylor's in line for a huge year. And then you have to look at the coaching staff, though, because how bad he was, and that the Giants just said, get rid of him.
I would, yeah. That's what I would do. Taylor looks so good at this point. Look, we're going to have a lot of candidates here to win the Coach of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year. And I don't want to go hog wild every week by saying, let's go bet on another guy, because then by Halloween, we're going to have 15 guys in each market. But there is this with the Texans. So if they lose at Jacksonville on Sunday, big if, because it's a coin flip basically, that's 0-3 like you said. They have 2 more games than before the bye, because they get a bye in week 6. They get Tennessee at home after Jacksonville, and then they go and play at Baltimore. I got news for you. They will get destroyed by Baltimore. After the bye, it's at Seattle, San Francisco, Denver, but they get Jacksonville at home. That's a 3-game stretch where every game is at home. They're going to need it. Because after that, it's at Tennessee, Buffalo, at Indy, at KC. We might be looking at a team here where
there's no cupcake.
The Titans. I don't even want to call them a cupcake, to be honest.
Well, the Colts are 3.5. That's not. There's no gimme on that schedule the whole season.
Yeah, I would look at their win total right now, updated win total, and go under.
Yep.
this is going to be a thing for C.J. Stroud the entire year. It's quite evident going into the year, like everybody ranked their offensive line basically as the worst in the entire league. And if you watched the game last night, Paul, as soon as they snapped the ball, he's running. He's like taking off for his life. Either it's in his head that he has to because the pressure's coming, or the pressure's actually there already.
Yep. And Tampa's only the third team in history to do what they just accomplished. Win the first 2 games on the road by 3 points or fewer on what they did.
That was a good win.
Back. Yep. Now they go home and plays the Jets, and the Jets, you can't run on Tampa. So good luck to the Jets, and it's probably Taylor at quarterback as well. As Glenn said, if Fields doesn't practice Wednesday, Thursday, he's not playing him. He's got the concussion.
Right. And then Tyrod Taylor, who I like, is going to have to come in there as the backup. But the key here is they couldn't get anything going now offensively. Again, I think that kind of reeks to how bad the Steelers might be this year, their week 1 performance. But nothing going at all the entire game against the Bills. And, they were compromised on defense as well in that game. Didn't matter. Jets couldn't move the ball. And now you have to go against this team and try to run the ball? Oh, okay. All right.
I can't believe the Baker Mayfield story and what he was. Cleveland couldn't wait to get rid of him.
I know.
That they hung him out to dry in that Christmas game at Lambeau. Gashing him on the ground, still throwing. Was he studying the playbook? What was he doing on his time off? Whatever. Okay. Get out. He was the bee's knees when they go to the playoffs. Cup of coffee in Carolina. Resurrected in Tampa.
Right.
Playoffs, winning playoff games, MVP candidate, just a warrior, taken off.
I always think about this, right? Yep. Because fans are always told not to overreact. Media don't overreact. Bettors don't overreact. You know who overreacts? A lot of bad teams. They took him number 1 overall in the draft. And they're like, no, we've seen enough. You can't play. Bye. Get out of here. They had that dude. And now they've been searching for their quarterback for, I don't know, since what? Bernie Kosar's been there?
Yeah. And the biggest mess, probably worst contract in NFL history.
Yeah, and that's, there you go. They don't have to do that because if they kept Mayfield, okay. Maybe he turns into this. I know this. Stefanski is a damn good offensive coach.
Yep. With VSiN Pro, you see real-time DraftKings and Circa betting splits. You know where the public and sharps are putting their money. Pair that with the daily email recapping all the best bets from every show, host, and guest. Bill 80 always up early, the non-stop live video, the Watch app, the proven betting systems as well. Bet smarter today, $9.99. VSiN.com/subscribe.
Derek Stevens next, owner, CEO of Circa Las Vegas. We'll get a contest update from him coming up.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome back every Tuesday at this time. The owner and the CEO of Circa Las Vegas, Derek Stevens, joins us in studio. Good to see you again today. How are you?
Good to see you, fellas. How you doing?
Doing well. You were at the Raiders game last night.
Yeah.
What was your impression of what you watched?
Crowd was loud. It was a big Raiders crowd.
Yeah.
Didn't help, but it was a heck of an environment, that's for sure.
Going to be a long year for Genty?
Yeah, I mean, he had these bursts. He looked good. Getting the ball to him in space was something. But that offense really struggled.
They did. And the O-line and Geno was horrendous as well. That didn't help. Where are you at with the Chargers? Do you think they're contenders?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Love that defense.
I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers.
Love them.
I think it's Chargers or Bills.
1 seed? You want to get that aggressive?
Well, I think Chargers and Bills. You could make an argument that could be 1 and 2 right, one and 2 right there.
Yeah.
I love this Charger team, and I like the Bills. I mean, I think Chargers and Bills that would be interesting for the NFL. The other side, who knows? But Chargers and Bills look good.
I wonder if the Chargers now, because that injury looked, completely wicked to Khalil Mack, and if he's out for the entire year, are they going to be aggressive? Like, will they make a move?
I think everything about the Chargers is set up that this is the team making the move. I mean, maybe in some ways, maybe in the NFL it takes a little while. You have to ratchet up, level up a little bit. But there's something about this team makes me think this is the year they're leveling up.
Yeah, I had the Raiders in the contest last night. No good, plus 3.5. That was a loser. Not off to a great start. I think a lot of people are off to bad starts in the contest. Circa Millions we're talking about now. What does that look like at the bottom for the booby price?
Well, get this. After 2 weeks, I couldn't believe it when we ran the numbers. But, there's not a single entry out of the 5,685. Not one is 10-0. Not one. There's only 24 entries out of the 5,600 that are 9-1. Just tells you how bunched up it is. I mean, anybody can win it. That nobody's running away with this thing at all. On the other side, there are 9 entries that are 0-10, which is pretty amazing too. There are 0-10s just because these consensus picks have done so lousy.
That's right.
There's with 24 entries at 9-1, there's 126 entries at 1-9. So
wow.
So if you're 5-5, you're way ahead of the game already. And anybody who's a 6-4 or 7-3, you're right in the mix. We're way ahead of everybody.
Oh, this is going to be a battle to the death for the quarterly booby.
Yeah.
And then maybe all year long as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I think so.
The surprises continue in Survivor. 29 teams were used. Arizona was the number 1 team selected. That kind of surprised me. Baltimore, number 2. And can you imagine? Arizona has to get the stop after blowing the big lead, and the onside kick goes to Carolina, and then Dallas had no business winning that game. We, like Mitch said, we would have had 86 people out. 8,600 people would have been out then.
Yeah, when you look at it overall, you say, okay, week 1, easy. Almost everybody got through. Week 2, everybody got through. There were only 1,180 eliminated in Circa Survivor last week, so not much at all. But that does not tell the whole story. Because you had, about 3,800 people that had the Cowboys. I mean, if any of these 3,800 people make it to the end, they're going to have to reflect upon, they did something right in week 2.
Yep.
Because if you're relying upon a 64-yard field goal to tie, and then you're relying upon a 3-possession overtime to kick a field goal to win with 15 seconds to go, you're living right.
It's like the 4th year in a row. Right. It's like the 4th year in a row that's happened. Team doesn't have the ball, 2 minutes left in overtime, and they win the game.
Yeah.
And you advance. Tie kills you, too. How does that happen with Dallas?
Ty was very live. Ty
Absolutely.
was alive. Ty was on the foot of Auburn. Yep. So anybody of those 3,800 that had the Cowboys in week 2, as they progress, they have to still remember that they're living on house money right now, because that was crazy.
Imagine we get a game like that week 13, week 14.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. The great thing about it was for my side is I'm thinking that's like 3,800 people that just experienced Circa Survivor.
Oh, absolutely.
I had a couple of guys that are in it for the first time. They're like, oh my God, this is the most stressful thing I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, now you're a Circa Survivor. Now you feel it.
My wife and her best friend are in it for the first time. They were on the Cowboys.
Oh my.
And I told her, I'm like, buckle up. This is what it's like. Right? I said it's the greatest contest in the world. That's part of the reason why.
Yep.
Oh my God, how was Lorraine doing? She just stressed it out?
Oh, my phone was blowing up all day on Sunday because I was watching, and I wasn't watching with her. She was busy that day, actually, but she's like, what is going on right now?
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Giants have the ball with 2 minutes. You can't lose there. So you can get these at the gift shop at Circa and also at the D. You got your big boy here with the schedule.
Yeah.
What do you think in strategy maybe a couple weeks down the road? I'm looking at what you got week 5. What do you have up your sleeve here? What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I think what you're going to see is I think you're going to see a lot of people look at the Bills either this week, if you're going to play a Thursday game, or on week 4. Bills have 2 home games, one against Miami, who looks terrible, and the next one's at home against New Orleans. So I think almost 100% of the Circa Survivor and Circa Grandissimo entrants are going to use Buffalo either in week 3 or week 4. So if you say that, where else are you going to use it? Well, if you're going to say Buffalo for week 4, what do you got? You got Seahawks at home against New Orleans this week. Yep. So you could fade New Orleans, like Seahawks at home against New Orleans, and then Seahawks go on the road again. They go from New Orleans goes from being in New Orleans, they have to go to Seattle, going to lose that game. Then they got to come back home, practice, and they got to go to Buffalo. This travel's unbelievable. So I think Bills are going to be taken either week 3, week 4. I could see Seattle be pretty heavily picked in week 3. But obviously week 3, there's a lot of other options too.
Buccaneers?
Yeah.
At home against the Jets?
Yep. for sure, in the mix. In the mix. So to answer your question, week 5, yeah, I had this one. I mean, I've been carrying this thing around like a
right?
a little kid carrying his blanket, right?
Yeah.
The week 5 is the week that I had it scheduled that I was going to take. I'm going to use the option. I would take Saints and the Giants. I'm going to split them. I know I'm never going to use the Saints anytime this season. I know I'll never use the Giants anytime this season. So I'll put one lousy team, in the list of 20 you need to be able to get through the whole season. So that was my strategy early on. I haven't really, I used a Sharpie. It's not erasable.
Yes, right.
So this is kind of how I'm living with it.
How excited are you for Friday with the changes at the Golden Gate and what you're going to roll out?
I'm very excited about it. We're bringing something new, the new era of Vegas, and we're going to, we're kicking this thing off with this tagline that Vegas starts here. And our whole goal is to get people to show up. We're going to be giving away a ton of free play. We're opening the bar from 6 to 7. Champagne's going to be flowing like the old days. Free drinks to everybody, and we figure it's a good way to kick off a night in Vegas.
Excellent. You do not mess around with the free play as well. I know that from experience, and you will give out plenty of free play Friday night at the Golden Gate. What is this? This has been all over social media. This is upstairs here at Circa by Jackpots, the coffee shop. It's called a Lucky Box. And a guy, you swipe your card, depending on how high you want to go with how much you put in, and he grabbed the Emmitt Smith autographed jersey. Comes right out of the chute.
Yeah, this is one of those things that I'll tell you out there that, I was pitched this thing about 8 months ago. I didn't really like it. Then it was 6 months ago. No, I don't like it. And people are like, no, you really got to take a look at this. These things are going crazy. I'm not a collectibles guy. Mm-hmm. So I'm not. I have my baseball card collection from when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Pretty thorough collection. But that's about it. I'm not been a collectibles guy. The numbers these Lucky Boxes are doing are crazy. So there are a few places in town. And then we said, okay, we'll put a high-end Lucky Box in. The revenue out of this thing is beyond belief.
Really?
I look like an idiot. I should have done this 6 months ago. I can't believe it. But yeah, you could buy a $100 collectible or I think it's a $200 and then $250. Yeah. You come out like the $250 are all game-worn jerseys of like very well-known celebrity athletes and things like that. And this thing's gone crazy. It's right up here, right across from Jackpots, coming across the bridge.
I saw it the other day. I was like, when did this come in? So it's going to be a permanent thing then?
We put it in. I was going to give it a try for a month. The thing's done more revenue in like a week than I thought it would do from when it came in till the end of the year. I did not believe. Well, you got a couple of producers in here that thanked me, said, "Oh, they love the collectibles." I couldn't believe it. The other night there's a line.
Really?
Yeah.
I talked to Joe Wardell. Yeah, he does a great job here. He knows someone who came in and he got like a $2,000 card popped out of it. A Pokemon or something? I don't.
Yeah.
He got like a $2,000 card that came out.
I don't even know how it's quite legal because there's a little gambling element to this thing.
Yes,
come on. A guy came running up to me the other day. Goes, "Oh my God, I had a big score. Like won 1,000." I'm like, okay.
You're guaranteed to get a great prize.
You're guaranteed to get, I guess, a great prize. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lucky Box.
We'll expand on that in the upcoming weeks with you as well.
Yeah.
Derek, good to see you. Thanks for the time. We appreciate that. In Pocket Plays coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right. Look for the Kicking Props article every week, all caps. And it was a fun night last night with the Kicking Props. 4-0 night. Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals. He's on a 13-2 overrun. Dicker over 1.5. Both teams to make a 33-yard field goal in the Raider game. And also, as I pointed out, though, I did not want Chargers' longest field goal because Carlson can bang it. And he did from 50+. And the Diamondbacks crushed the Giants last night as well. Let's keep it going. Yankees to win the series. Bad job yesterday by me. Bad job.
They played Sunday Night
They
Baseball.
played Sunday night on the road, and they got in Minneapolis at 4 in the morning. They were sleepy, listless, rubbish. Like, they look up and think they had 2 hits. And not like Rodon was bad. But then they turn it over to Luke Weaver, and he was a gas can. So the 2-0 game exploded, and the Twins shut him out. If the Twins win tonight, it'll be the 3rd time since 2002 that they have won 3 in a row against the Yankees, and the first time it's in the same season.
Wow.
But still alive with the Yankees to win the series, but up to a tough start. Rams-Eagles under 44.5. Baylor money line against Arizona State. Week and a half left of the regular season. You know the drill. Phillies clinched last night. Game went extra innings. Hung over. Celebrating late. Sit guys tonight. Ohtani and the Dodgers, cheap price at home. Reds and Abbott to beat the Cardinals. And the Diamondbacks and Rodriguez coming right back against the Giants in a huge series. And you got some futures on Arizona. Just to make. I didn't even look at that. Because I got Giants 10-1 and 8-1. You got some Giants. I didn't even consider. They were sellers at the deadline about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. They were 9 back. They're a game and a half behind the Mets now. Brutal schedule. But I think they win again tonight. And TCU first half against SMU. I'm not going to talk you offside or over as well. And last year over 100 points were scored. But Sonny Dykes not happy with what happened at the end. And SMU scoring 60 on them. And SMU getting off to slow starts. No pass rush. Lost some key guys on the D-line. Bad job defensively against Baylor. Lost that game at home. Blew a 2-score lead in the 4th. And struggled with Missouri State. TCU first half against SMU. Good luck, everyone.
All right, nice job last night, Pauly. Good night here. Finally, Mayfield, longest rush, over 9.5, even money. That was a winner. Fairbairn did it again, over 1.5, made field goals. That was a winner. 2 bets here on Nick Chubb, 2 winners, under 51.5, under 52.5.
Yeah.
I did not bet it again under 54.5. I should have, because we said that yesterday. Don't be a moron, put more on it. Chargers, Raiders, both teams to make a 33-plus yard field goal. That was a winner. And Thornton, that's a winner. That's a winner last night. So
I bet that because I'm Adam Hill. Yeah, got that right away. The slant over the
now,
middle.
here's the thing. That was not a long, deep shot down the field.
No.
Still went for 20 yards. Adam Hill came on about 24 hours ago on this show, leading into the game. And he said, I guarantee they're going to take at least 2 deep shots to Thornton. They did in the game. Didn't catch either one of those deep shots, but caught this one. Keep an eye on that, obviously, if they love going to that guy. And he's there at practice every single day. And that was good. Moving on.
All right, so 9-0 combined.
For tonight. Now, this one's already in trouble. Cubs, Pirates, first 3 under 1.5 plus 110. Skeen's in trouble. Leadoff home run allowed to the Cubs. And now runners on first and second, only 1 out. He's all over the map now all of a sudden in this game. The writing must be on the wall that this is his last start of the year. Right?
Or
shut him down.
Yeah, or he's going 5.
Or he's going to go, 3-4 innings, whatever, and get him out of there. That's I wanted to bet outs under on him, but books, they were too wise to that. They never posted it today. They knew.
Elaine's all wise to the whole red dot thing. She's asking all kinds of questions.
I'm with you on the Dodgers money line, minus 130 against the Phillies tonight. I'm looking right now at, let's see here, an X account that announces every single lineup as soon as they get it. And I'm looking at MLB.com for official lineups. The Philadelphia Phillies have yet to announce their lineup for tonight. The Dodgers did a long time ago. What's the wait for?
Yeah.
Can you get them announced, please? Because I wonder where if a bunch of guys do take the night off, and we got messages on this saying, guys, there's still only 5 up on the Dodgers for the 2 seed overall.
Oh, come on.
That's exactly my takeaway.
Come on.
Yeah.
The better argument is they're like a game and a half behind Milwaukee, something like that, whatever that is.
Yeah. So
the players don't think like that. The day off is huge.
I wonder where this number could go if all of a sudden they pop the lineup and, oh, look at this. 4 guys are sitting. We'll see. And the 49ers are taking on the Cardinals this week. Now, the Cardinals just played the Saints and the Panthers in the first 2 weeks. That's about as poor of a competition that you can start the season with to begin, like any year. And now they're going to go play on the road against the 49ers. I believe they have the number 1 defense so far, EPA yards allowed per play on defense. I'm fine with Mac Jones if Purdy can't go. And the 49ers are available at minus 120 on the money line. I have to bet that. Cardinals have played nobody so far.
Yep.
They were in trouble against the Saints. And I know that they were in complete control for 3 quarters, but what the hell was that in the fourth quarter against the Panthers? So 49ers at home, $1.20. I think that's way too low. So give me that on the money line. And it's 2-0 Cubs. So there's a loser.
Skeens has nothing. A guy I respect really likes the Aces tonight, WNBA playoffs. It's a weird format. The first round is best of 3. So each team gets a home game. So the Aces crushed them, Seattle, Sunday night in game 1. Same line, right? Same spread? 4.5?
Yeah, I think it was. So that game closed around the same number that this game opened at.
Okay.
So a little bit of money on Seattle.
So they're up like 25 the whole game and crush them. The Aces have won 17 in a row. And now with this is if they eliminate Seattle tonight with a win, Seattle at home is getting 4.5. But they haven't been playing good ball for a couple months, and a guy I respect really likes the Aces. And you also have the Dream and Fever, same scenario. Dream laying 4.5 on the road in Indiana, their season on the line. G-Bank, built with sports bettors in mind. Right now you can earn a $50 cashback reward bonus once you're approved and your account's open with the G-Bank Visa Signature Card. Most credit cards treat sportsbooks and gaming transactions as cash advances even when it's your own money. G-Bank treats them as regular purchases. No cash advance fees. You save up to 3 to 5% on every deposit. You earn 1% cash back on all eligible sportsbooks and gaming transactions. 2% cash back on everything else you buy. Apply now. VSiN.com/Gbank. VSiN.com/Gbank.
If you missed today's show, professional bettor Frank Betty was in studio for a full hour. I would highly, and I'll tweet this out later on, either tonight or probably in the morning. Highly recommend giving that hour a listen today. He has won multiple football contests. He won a house gambling years ago. He told the story about how he helped his buddy win a house many, many years ago. It involved getting a fake ID. Incredible story. My God, was that good.
Yeah.
And then survivor strategy as well. In general, maybe a little bit at this week, the next week as well. But you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
There's just something every time you talk to him that blows your mind, whether you're sitting down at breakfast with him or in studio. And the pro bettor AP player all these years, the Vegas stuff was great as well.
Yeah.
But we had a lie detector guy. We got a fake ID guy. This dust and putting it on.
I
can't wait for the next appearance. Airbnbs and a story about his whole crew getting arrested except him doing something at a casino.
I met Frank for lunch a month ago, and so we were going over like a game plan of him coming on during the football season. He doesn't live here anymore, so like he'll do it when he's in town, or he might be able to do it like via Zoom. And he was telling me all these stories, and I'm writing them down. He goes, "Don't take notes. I got all of the stuff documented and written down." He goes, I'll come. I'll tell you what we're going to be talking about.
Come on.
That's what he said.
That's awesome.
I was like, okay, that's amazing.
Yep.
He just kept track of everything that's happened in his career.
What's the price, right? What would you make the price that they banned the tush push? It seems like everyone woke up Monday morning and said, I hate this play. It has to go or whatever. They didn't win the game because of the tush push, okay? I'm glad they're pushing back, and a lot of Eagles players lost it today. It's like, Kelsey drops the ball, number one, but the defense played well. And it's like, okay, they can do it. But they're the only team that can do it.
Right.
It's not, the people who hate this play drive me nuts.
If you closely watch the other team or watch closely to the other teams, Paul, they have no chance of doing this. They don't even try it. Primetime next for 4 hours, followed by cashing out. You can wake up early tomorrow with VSiN by the books at 7 a.m. Eastern. Good luck tonight. We'll see you.